Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming. Uh, this segment is something we started around 1.5 months back, and this is called as NMBK Talks. Um, as we were talking about language, if I tell it in Kannada, it's a bit more smoother. There's a word called as NMBK. NMBK means trust,
Okay.
and when we remove the vowels out of it, AEI, you get NMBK.
Oh, okay. Nice to
So,
know that. Yeah.
So this ideally just means that it's a trust talks in front of camera. So, so the idea is to somehow, as I was explaining, is to listen to what you're trying to tell and not also betray the trust where you don't want to go or not ready to go. That's the fundamental part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's start. Maybe a small introduction, maybe 2 or 3. Of course, we'll start from where you want. Sorry, but just a small introduction for 1 or 2 minutes so that they can pick up.
So first of all, thank you so much for inviting, which I never did it now actually. So thank you so much for the NMBK channel. And I think to start with myself, Yamini Avadhut, and I came from Nagpur, Maharashtra. So I born in Nagpur actually, and then I studied my school in Nagpur, and then I moved to Pune for further study, Pune and Mumbai, and afterwards I came to Germany.
There is a saying that you should not ask a salary. It's very, first of all, it's very, for me, asking questions is a bit different. So, as I said, I'll not ask the questions which you don't want to ask. There's a saying that you should not ask salary of a man and the range of a woman. Are you comfortable telling when were you born? Should we skip the question?
No, it's not. It's long. But what you mean? I didn't understand.
Year of when were you born? Which year?
Year. So it's 1985.
1985.
Exactly.
So, and then you were born in Nagpur.
Yes, exactly.
And you're properly from Nagpur.
I'm probably from Nagpur.
And the family is also from
Nagpur? Yes, my family is also from Nagpur. And interestingly, my parents are not educated. So for me, it was like always in my head that I should get my highest education. And at that time, for me, the highest education was 10th standard. That was the first goal.
And that's the environment, at least you could see?
Exactly. So, if you ask me clearly, my parents or my father born in slum area.
But do you, I'm sorry, I'm actually jumping front and back. There is a statement that literacy and educations are two different things.
Exactly, and I believe so.
And did you experience that with your parents?
Exactly. My parents are the best educated person or people in the world because they never say no to me. They never force for marriage. And I'm not the only one daughter. We have 3 sisters and 1 brother. And for 4 of us, they never set any particular rule. Never ever. There might be 2 reasons. One, they were so much into trouble for their own problem. So they have no knowledge or no courage to say something to children. Or they were so educated that they understood they had a trust in their children. But we never had an open communication because they never have that much knowledge or words to express their feeling to their children. So it was a mutual understanding.
What do you remember? Say, for example, let's say from 0 to 3, because I generally don't remember so much when I was.
I do remember a lot actually because I started earning the money when I was 7 years old.
So 7 years is already for me a bit more. So
exactly.
I'm talking about 0 to 3.
No, 0 to 3. I would say 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
So, but you stayed in the same location, same house?
Now?
No, then?
Yes, exactly.
So the family stayed at the same place?
You mean when I born and now?
No, from 0 to 5 years.
Yes, until I think I was in 10, 12, 12 year old. I think that we were at the same place.
So you were from when you were born to around
12 years.
12 years. So around 12 years you were on the same
Exactly.
place.
So basically, I know what Islam means.
Okay.
What Islam mean actually. So I remember from 5 actually. In here we say kindergarten. Actually in Maharashtra we say it's a Bal Mandir basically, and it's like everyone could go in that Bal Mandir. And at that time in Maharashtra, government used to give the children like a 2 breads, Brötchen. I think it's kind of what you get it in Germany. It could vary actually. Someone bread, someone khicharis, someone they give the chana, curry, whatever it is, something to eat for the children so that children could come to this Bal Mandir. And I used to go to collect that food, not for the education. That was my clear intention.
It's a similar scheme called midday meal.
Exactly, something like that. Yeah, but it's very, very basic.
Yeah, yes.
Very, very basic level actually.
Yeah. But the education started there.
I think there you learn like a small rhymes, children will sing. It's like a 10 to 2, I think probably.
How is it? Because I hope that I'm not crossing line when I ask this. But how is it? I mean, did you feel the sense of schooling, and then you're home and coming back? Because I was teaching in one of the government schools for some time as voluntary service. I know that the bit story is different, but we used to go to kids and then we used to invite them for schooling to tell that education is important.
So I think I understand your question much better now. Actually, you asked me the area, huh? Doesn't matter whether we changed area. I was always in this very public governmental school until my state standard. So my school never changed, even though we moved from slum area to a little bit better area. For me.
But when you changed the housing
Little bit.
So you came out of to
slum
a better.
Little bit better means what? Better than slum.
No.
Yeah. It was still the bad area, but
yes,
better than.
For sure. Bangalore is constructed on the same kind of a network.
But the school was same. School I never changed.
It's a government school.
My school was like a purely girls' school, government school, where I do not have to pay single rupee, because it was a free of cost education for the girls. And in that school, we used to get books. We used to get clothes. Clothes means you get a proper, one school uniform. You used to get books. So their scheme was they used to transfer the books from one batch to next batch. Until it become complete separated one page, until those books were used. And we used to get also the old, like for example, if you use any writing book, and if it's half finished, you still have a half of the pages which you could still use. So there are people like my father, he used to get this job that the written books which are filled, so he used to separate for the burning purpose, and the one which are 3 pages, you collect it, you go to the special binder, and you get again the new books for the binding. Of course, they are not uniform.
Yeah.
You will see the different lines and something, and you get those books again for writing something. And those were the, I think, flow of that school. And I find it basic stuff they supposed or they want to provide to children, girls, and it's okay.
So let's start with to have a systematic at least order of it. So I get a sense of, I don't know if the word is right, there is a struggle also in the home to at
lot.
least meet the ends, right?
Yes.
This is all.
Meets the basic requirements.
Meet the ends, right?
Yeah.
Basic living, and then there is like 3 people and one.
6.
6 kids.
4 kids.
Yeah,
and
4 kids and 3, and it's also pretty large family,
Yes.
so to say. And then there is also a normal life that needs to be there, and then there is an ambition also to tell, okay, the education in parents one of the things that needs to be done, or how did it actually start? Because you went to Bal Mandir because of midday meal. When did it become an education journey?
For me,
Yes.
you mean? My aim was like, I see that my parents are not educated. I see that.
I'm asking this because you are doctor,
Doctor, no.
right?
Yes.
So it's a very big curve,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's a curve to actually tell that, look, education. I just went there because somebody was giving me meal. To actually say that I'm going to persist and fight some research inside it is a very big curve,
Yes.
right? Because I chose not to do this,
Mhm.
the PhD part or whatever, right? I chose to take myself away.
Yeah.
Or is it a PhD doctor or a medical doctor?
No, I'm in physics and mathematics. So.
Okay. Please, I'm very interested to know when did it hit that.
So, first, so there are many connecting points actually. Since my mom was always sick, my brother was sick all the time actually. So my brother was, so we never understood what is the root cause of their both sickness. So basically, we got mature very quickly. We got a lot of responsibility in a way. So that was the reason for, and this was also for big responsibility my shoulder of my father, because because in India, if you have money, you can find a solution. If you do not have money, it's like, even though the solution is next door, you don't find it. So there was a trouble which I grew up to see what my father has gone through that, and I thought it is because of since they do not have any education, they could not do any good job actually, so that they cannot earn the better money. So for me, root cause was the education. It was stuck in my head. So for my understanding, the education was the root cause why they do not have a better life.
When did it hit? What
It was like, for me, it's a very innocent understanding when I become 7, actually 7-year-old.
You started already with your first studies?
Yes. I was going to the first standard in the 6-year-old, and 6 year plus a few months, in June. I born in February, in June the school starts. So that's why. And then, there I decided that actually I will have 10th standard, matrix.
Will finish
10th standard. That was my biggest goal which I have achieved or set up for myself. And then in this girls' school, you get every facility and so on. And simultaneously, I was working to earn some money. For me to earn 10 rupees.
What age you were working?
From 7 onwards, I was working.
Okay.
So I did many unusual jobs to get at least 10 rupees, because 10 rupees was much more value for that particular situation. And
You and all the family members?
no, I myself was started to
You are
work.
the elder.
I'm the youngest one.
You are the youngest one?
Yes, and along with that, my other 2 sisters were also working,
Okay.
actually. But working in the sense what we were doing very labor work, actually. Stitching the kind of, I don't know, all the Indian people will understand my age. Actually, we have a plastic bag we used to carry or buy the vegetables, actually. It has very fine mesh or a net, actually. And that my sister were stitching for 2 rupees per dozen. So if they finish 12 bags, they will get 2 rupees. And they used to do at least 8 to 10 dozen per day in whatever the time. Of course, they were also going to school, but still whenever they get time, they used to do it. And what I used to do at that time, if someone travel in Indian railway, and they order the meal, they used to get this salt, one small bag actually, And what was my job, which I got it at the time, is like when you at that time this guy chap was a company. Tata Salt came afterwards. This governmental guy chap, it has a yellow color actually. It's a 500-gram packet, and in this 500-gram packet, you used to
break it out to the small
500. You have to put it in the 500 small packets, and you have to seal it with the megbatti.
Okay.
So in each small packet, you have to put a 1/2 tailofel, so teaspoon salt, and seal it. Actually,
some plastic.
exactly. And then you have to put again in 100 packets, and this used to go to the Indian Railway actually. And I used to get 5 rupees for this 1 kilo.
You used to go to some place to do the job, or
So you can do it. Either you can go to this lady who handled this, or she used to give us this salt and the small packs. And
you can go to your home and talk in Hindi. You can talk in Hindi and I can talk in English.
No, it's fine.
No,
I think that's not a problem.
Can you clap? Okay, so the idea is that when we for the clap, it's kind of starts.
Okay.
So, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming. This segment is something we started around 1, and this is called as NMBK Talks. As we were talking about language, if I tell it in Kannada, it's a bit more subtle. There's a word called as NMBK. NMBK means trust.
Okay.
And when we remove the vowels out of it, A-E-I-O-U, you get NMBK.
Ah, okay. Nice to know that. Yeah.
So this ideally just means that it's a trust talk in front of.
So for me, there is no reference to compare it actually. And for me, I always think if I wouldn't get that challenges, probably I wouldn't come it here. Could be they are related because in the life, anyone, doesn't matter, whoever life, either you work first half and then you have a little bit easier life second half, or you have an easier first half, or then you work very hard second half. So in my case, the first half was very, very challenging, let's put it, and now I have a much more easier half, So that's how I see it actually.
Okay, 5th standard to 7th standard hit that I need to go for 10th standard.
Yes.
And then around 7 years of age or something like that.
So 5th standard, I lost my interest in the education because English started. At 5th standard, A, B, C, D, you have to learn in English.
Okay.
Yeah, and that
but the education was Marathi?
Yeah, of course, Marathi. Government school is Marathi. So at 5th standard, you get this ABCD in English and so on. And I was not comfortable actually in English. And our teacher was also not that motivational teacher, let's put it like that. And which makes me a little bit like not to get interest. But at 7th standard, I got very nice teacher who kind of helped me to get it back into the track actually, and somehow my interest again came back, and there from that point onwards I never looked back. Then I said, no, I want to study and let's go on, and that's the way.
We'll start from 7th standard as such. 7th standard was a public exam, right?
In my case, no.
It was not.
10th standard is a public exam, the matrix, and the 12th is then the SSC.
Okay. Because in Karnataka, the 7th standard was a public exam somewhere.
In my father's generation.
For us, it was there. For us, it was 1980s, 1990s. It was 7th standard was a public exam.
In my case, it was the 10th and the SSC and HSC.
Till 7th standard, you stayed in the same house as same location as possibly what
yes,
you told, right?
Yeah.
And you changed your school after 7?
No, it's the same school. I finished my 10th standard until same school, from the same school. I never changed the school because changing school is a luxury topic actually. For me, I'm going to the school. It's already a big deal actually. So there was not a question came that I should change school.
What pushed you?
Of course, there was somewhere in my brain that, or somewhere in my mind, that education helps for everything. Education is the solution for everything. Of course, it's not directly connected, but with education, you get the job. Job means you get the money. Money means you have a solution for your problem. Of course, with that, you also get the knowledge, you understand what's going on and so on.
Did you also feel the title differences and pressure?
Luckily, I never ever had the pressure actually, because all were uneducated around me and they all were struggling. But what I feel, which is very bitter truth, that if you do not have a money and if you are a beggar, no one will ask you. That's a reality actually.
What by no one will ask?
Like if you need something, you won't get it this help very quickly. Because for how many beggars will you have? 1, 2, 3? Because one of them actually. So I see this people's attitude towards us in the childhood is different than the same people's attitude now. Is completely contradictory actually.
The difference that has evolved from have-nots to have.
Exactly, and that is different. Of course, but if I see from their point of view, it's fine, because if they help me, there are again hundred of such people there who need help. So for how many people they would help?
So we go to 10th standard.
Yes.
So 10th standard is like around 2000,
Yeah.
10 or something like that. How was 10th standard?
I was a very good student all the time. I don't know what is that mean, but I was very lucky that someone saw my talent and they picked me up in a way. They always give me suggestions. So my school teacher always gave me suggestion to move forward. So after 10th standard, my school teacher said, take a science. Science has more job opportunities.
We will start with 10th standard as such. How was your public exam and stuff like this?
It's good. I got a distinction.
We will start next time.
Yeah. So
So, we're starting from 10th standard, right? So, having distinction also is a big thing also, right? It's not actually that easy to, because I studied also in the state and then I hardly passed through distinction with all the facilities I had. So it's not, I understand from your point of view, take it that easily to tell I was a good student. To achieve it with all the constraints that we have around it, it's still challenging, right? How was there some kind of a fear of state exam or things like this, or?
No, actually for me, exam was never been a challenging, or I had a fear or something. This was never been the situation for me till now. Also, PhD exam was also not the same. In a way, I think I can understand very good basic concepts of any education, for example, formula, mathematical formula, the logic behind the education or logic behind the exam paper. So for me, it was like a very good God gift. So for me, it was not a problem at all to write something in the exams actually.
So after 10th,
then I took a science actually. So and then after 12th, I always wanted to become a doctor.
After 10th, where did you study?
So I got a very in Nagpur. There's another college. Then I went to that college actually, and then I studied LMU.
Is it close to your house?
No, it's like a 6-7 kilometers.
6-7 kilometers. So you used to travel bus or something?
No, I used to go with bicycle everywhere. Bicycle.
So you used to bike for around 5-6 kilometers?
Exactly. From the beginning, I used to bicycle.
Even for the school?
Exactly. Because I do all these small jobs, I used to go with bicycle everywhere.
But that part of it, right? That part of it, did it intensify? Did you start teaching to, I don't know, students or something like that? Because there is also the work that is going on, right? Did you continue working?
I think I started with when I was 7-year-old, this with salt stuff. In between, when I was like, let's say 12-year-old, 11, 12 years old, I used to bring vegetables actually. So if you, there is always wholesale market in Nagpur or in any big city, you will see wholesale market where a lot of small vegetable shops comes there and they buy it in wholesale and they resell it again with some profit. And I used to go to that market, buy the stuff vegetable, bring it to home, and then somewhere else go to some nearby street, put it a small kapra there, cloth, and put all this vegetable, organize it, and I used to sell it at one. Meanwhile, I used to sell also, and this happened from same when I was 12 till my 10th standard, so 16 years old. So 4-5 years I did this. Along with
around 6th, 7th standard to 10th standard.
Same time I did this job, and then I think there was also some of the I wouldn't say someone I know. They used to do masala business, spices business. So at that time, they have this, like if you get like cardamom, or some milk, and how do you say, all the spices what you use in India. So they used to have it on the one hardboard, A4 size hardboard, one
to
pluck it, and 1 rupees they used to sell easily.
Oh, the masala.
Exactly, all the kind of stuff.
Mixed masalas.
Exactly. And I used to feel they have to stapler it, and then I used to sell this
in the
stores, in different stores. And then if I sell it this one, I used to get like a 2 rupees for each this A4. So that I also used to do. That I did in between also in the job in the Xerox copy machine, where you can do the Xerox copies and so on.
So you're taking the photocopies.
Exactly, photocopies actually. So that also you could do like someone you get like 100 rupees per month or something like that, in the evening or something. So small jobs I did. And during this my vegetable selling job.
And daily what, 2 hours? 1 hour, 3 hours?
No, more. 3 to 5 hours.
5 hours.
So yes, job. So then my sister used to join sometime, my father used to join depending on the situation.
But they were also working parallelly with something else.
Yes, but we always used to find some time.
For supporting
each other.
So for example, if you have your exams or something like that. Then
exactly. So we never thought about exam, but you always have something to do
some other thing to do.
Stuff.
Okay.
And
but that became an integral part, and as a part of that, I will be doing the second job. That was not even thought about.
No, this was by default.
Yeah, by default. Yes.
By default, it was because you need to support somehow. And my father started a job in the school actually, but like cleaning the school and cleaning the toilets in the school, such kind of stuff. So.
But what was your father doing, if I may ask?
Yeah. So my father, when he was 20 years old, he got the job in this government school where I studied actually, where he has to, we get this big jadu there, and then he has to clean all the school after school is finished.
Okay.
Yeah, all the classrooms as well, and then he has to clean the toilets and so on. So this is how he started his job. He had to sometimes if this ranging barely, this lady is not there, then he used to do this job. So I think his job was mainly to clean the school and clean the toilets. So that was his job in the beginning. Then slowly I think.
Your mother's health improved, or?
My mother's health improved very late when I was doing masters and something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you finished. You went to the second PUC. How was the science background? Because going back, you choose physics, I suppose, as your.
But that only comes in bachelor actually. In the 11th, 12th, you have all the stuff, every science.
Yes, I understand, because you had generally the choice also to take biology or not biology. Right?
Yeah, I understood. No, I took it everything because I don't know if I do not become a doctor, I can still do the engineering basically.
Okay.
So that I didn't skip.
So when did your 10th standard to doctor journey start?
So I wanted to become doctor from the childhood. Okay. So that was nothing.
You were 10th standard, but it flipped somewhere. Did it flip somewhere to tell, no, now I'm going to become a doctor, not just 10th standard?
Exactly, yes. Exactly.
When was this?
This happened, I think, between when I was a teenager, let's put it like a 12, 13.
So the rebel in you kicked in?
I don't know why, but it could have a connection that my brother and mother was always sick, or whenever someone is become sick, you have to pay this fee for the doctor. And sometimes you feel, if you have one doctor in the family, at least it will be free of cost for everyone, So that's my maybe very innocent thoughts behind it, actually. And that
grew.
Exactly. And that innocent thoughts, I wanted to say, okay, become a doctor. And I tried also. I wanted to become a doctor. I think when the time comes, I realize it.
So that was a decision point after 12th standard, right? So how was the results of your 12th standard?
Yeah, I gave my PMT. And I was, I think, 27th or something like that in the PMT. PMT started at that time. And I could get the doctorship, but even considering the government college, the fee was very huge. I think.
Even for the government?
But
you were able to go?
Yes, exactly. So I was able to go in that, but if I thought very practically that as a doctor job, I have to study and go to a doctor, but then I cannot do the side job and I cannot afford that fee. I cannot afford, no one can support me. So for me, that was my pure decision that it's okay, I drop my. Ultimately, I did the
bachelor's.
Yeah, where I don't have to pay anything. So my education was always on the criteria that I will not pay anything.
Okay.
That was my.
But bachelor of what?
Bachelor of Science.
Okay, BSc.
BSc, and where I have a physics and mathematics is the main topics.
Physics and mathematics was the topic you chose. Okay,
yes.
that was also in the government.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, government college,
okay.
And there I don't have to pay anything. So that was my.
But did the education quality change when you came to bachelor's?
I don't know previous how was the education. So.
No, did it become a bit more serious in terms of the way the teacher sees the education, things like this, or how was it? How was the?
You're asking from my perspective.
Yes.
From myself, how it was difficult.
Was it? Were you able to see that, perceive that change, kind of a thing?
For me, education was never been a difficult task. It can be God given. I don't know from where it came. But for me, it was never ever challenging.
I will not ask you about how difficult was education next time then.
Yes, exactly. For me, okay, I had to give the exam. Okay, I had to study. Of course, it doesn't come that I will not study and still I can write. It's not like this. Of course, I had to understand. And of course, you had to spend some few hours. But it was never been a fear in my head that, oh my God, I have an exam. What should I do? What will be the question? No, it's okay. We had to do. And for me, it was also not a pressure from the family background. I had to be first and I had to be second. So I was always without any pressure.
Wasn't there a pressure of getting you married or anything?
No,
like that?
not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And I'm so.
Also from the social settings.
Who cares about social skills? When your parent doesn't care about that one or they don't force you, who cares?
But there was from social circles.
I think could be, but it never reached to my ear.
Okay, not hit you. Okay.
Okay. But if they someone talk to my parents, I don't know. My father wouldn't take care about that. I know.
Okay. So that was, I mean, at least anything memorable for your BSc years would want to recount?
Nothing. I think it was for me as I wanted to finish that so that I can go to the masters for the IIT.
Okay.
So for me, it was always a connecting point.
So you finished your BSc and you took your entrance exam.
Exactly. And then I gave the entrance exam for IIT, I gave the Pune University entrance exam, and I gave the different entrance exam because I want to leave Nagpur.
Okay. We will continue at this point. So, finished your BSc.
Yes.
Then you had set it to journey to see the world, is what I understand. At least out of Nagpur.
Yes. Of course, I think there is one more very important factor here. In between, my sisters got married. One of the sisters got married, and of course, that was a big challenge. With respect to my father has to take a loan for her marriage and so on. So it was very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it hit you also.
Yes, because economically it gives a lot of pressure financially, actually. And my mother was still not good. Brother was also not good. So basically their situation is still same. So it's really good, really bad at that time.
Okay, so that is somewhere in BSc.
After 12.
After 12. Okay.
Yeah, actually.
Okay. So you finished your BSc, and then there was also background. But how did you take the step of going to? I mean, by the way,
masters.
Yeah.
So then, because by 12th actually, you are quite mature enough to know what you want. Then after bachelor, I knew that there was one girl in my practical. You have a practical partner, and there was one girl who didn't come to that practical section. And I said, why you didn't come actually last week? And she said, my brother went to UK for masters. And that one sentence was stuck in my head. That was the first year of. So that one sentence, okay, for master in UK. These two words were like for me really going on in my head. Okay, then I asked, what do you need to do masters in UK? And she said, you just need a passport. And I said, okay, what is passport? And then she said, passport is a permission to travel in different country and so on. And then I started to understand what is passport. And I did to get my passport. I mean, what I could do, and I got my passport in the second year of my bachelor.
Oh, second year bachelor.
Yeah. My parents, no one has no idea what is that mean. I know one person who used to come to my father, and he was working also as a labor in Dubai at the time. So at least, but he has gone through that process. So then he came one day and I said, Uncle, I want to have a passport. What to do? And he guided me about the passport. And then I had my passport. So, and then this passport I got it. How to do master in UK? I couldn't speak English. So I have to understand,
But was it, but the masters wasn't, so you have to of course write
exams in English.
TOEFL and
Yeah, exactly. But at this moment, I can write English, but fluency of English is like okay, you can learn the English only to write the exams. That is completely different than you speak and express your emotions. That's completely different story. Yeah, but then I understood. I started to know or started to understand what is mastering outside mean. But I think when I came to know by end of BS, then I thought, okay, this is not my cup of coffee. So let's do the masters in India itself. And that's why I gave the different exams and so on. And then I got the master's.
So that pushed you did a PhD here.
Yeah.
So that's the
connection actually. That two sentence was still the connection that I will go for education to different country.
Okay.
That case, of course, I couldn't manage for the masters, but still I managed for the PhD. And then I thought, okay, now I have to leave this Nagpur, otherwise I will not move forward.
Why is it?
Because if you compare Nagpur, Pune, Mumbai, of course these guys are way forward to what to do. So there were some chances where I met gradually one or two girls from Mumbai, Pune, and they are way far away from us actually. Of course, that also depends on your family background and so on. So I wanted to go outside.
Explore different.
Exactly. To get my master's done, and then I got selected for this Pune University campus area actually, and I got a letter that that you are selected and so on. And now I said to my father that I got a master's and I'm going away, and I didn't take his permission. Should I go? I just gave my decisions that I'm going, and
how did you think about the economics?
You mean the financial?
Yeah.
So when I was going there financially, so first thing again, in government you have a minimum fee, minimum actually. And for example, for masters or something in the campus, you have still minimum fee, 1,000 rupees or something like that. And my younger sister, so she's second number sister, she said, "Oh, you go, it's fine. I'll take care of this." Actually, she played a very important role at that time. And I said, "Okay, I'll go." And then I never asked money for my father. So my father never gave a single penny for my education, and I myself never paid a single penny to any.
No, education, school is one thing, but also after there is some. I mean, if you're going out, rooms.
Yeah, of course, but if you stay in the governmental hostel, it's a very minimum. Very minimum. Nowadays, people only think about private. That's why it's so expensive. But minimum governmental hostels and so on, they are very cheap, very affordable actually. And then I used to work also there. So then fine, I used to work, and since I was working so here we say in Germany, our student can work and earn the money. But in India itself, also you have a learn and earn scheme.
Is it?
Yeah, in every governmental campus, you have a learn and earn scheme, and their student can learn doing while earning some money.
Oh, in the campus?
In the campus.
Okay.
So India has huge system which is comparable to Europe, but only thing is we are not aware of. So then I used to cut the grass of the campus area, hostel area. I used to call the ladies. There is like always one telephone at the entrance of the hostel, and then you have a room number and the block number, and their parents used to call there because mobile was not so common at the time. And then you have to go to that room or that block, like a 6th floor up, 6th floor down, and this is a job for any earn and learn scheme student. So I used to take this phone, and my job was 9 to 10 actually, 7 to 10 in the evening after the lectures. And I used to go and call that girl that your parents will call now in 10 minutes, please come down. And that's how my job was actually. And also I worked there also for the photo.
How did you enjoy the I understand now I'll not ask about your education because you're a talented student. I get this. Still the question is there?
At that time, if you ask me, at that time I did not understand the application.
Okay.
I only understand this is a formula and I had to write down this formula in the paper. But what is the application? I do not understand.
But did it inspire you? Did it something resonated you? Either mathematics or physics? Did it happen or? the whole primary part is I need to get my
Master's
degree.
That's the primary part. Master. Okay, small things I could understand because in the campus university itself has this. I think now I forgot the name actually. There they see this all the planets and so on this area. So we had a chance to do the some project there, and it was fascinating.
I really have this question that is there right now. I don't know if I'm asking this question correctly. I know I'm stuck somewhere in right now in masters when you're studying, but what triggers you? I mean, you're
What
doing.
triggers you to do master or
No. What? But today, right? Today you are. I mean, basic problems are something which is solvable, manageable.
Yeah.
Right? For you, at least, is what I see. At least, right? Then, when the basic problems are not your first priority, what drives you?
I think I need to understand your question. So I have a basic problem here, okay?
Then you had a basic problem,
Problem,
right? You had a basic problem and your aim was to hit that basic problem.
Or at least to overcome this problem.
Yes,
So,
that basic problem.
yeah.
Now such basic problem doesn't exist.
You mean currently?
Currently,
Current situation. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you are doing a lot of things, right?
Yes, of course.
What is that drives you?
That drives back, that connects to my childhood. Because at certain points, of course not regularly, but there were always after 5 years or after gap of every 5 to 4 years, I always met some person who helped me at that point. If they wouldn't be there, I wouldn't be here, actually. So, the more you understand the life, more you will give the society. If you do not understand the life, you will always say, my 9 to 5 job, it's very hectic schedule, I have my family. But the more you come out and more you see the problem of the others, this energy and triggering comes automatically.
I would have more questions on this part. We'll continue on this. At least we're running out of time.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we're
Yes.
at the last segment. See what I told you. Also, that the conversations will
We have to divide this separately.
for the second part.
Yes,
right?
yes.
We will go from masters to PhD.
Yes.
And then possibly linger somewhere in PhD and
Yes, sir.
things like that. So then maybe we can break it for this
For the
section.
second.
For this section, and then we can continue some other day after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Huh?
Okay, fine.
Sorry. So we give a clap. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So we are. You did your masters.
Yes.
Okay. Anything that you would want to be notable inside you?
I think I met my godfather during my masters. And then I also got opportunity to do one semester in IIT Mumbai.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so glad.
How did that happen? By the way, I'm interested to know the godfather point.
Exactly, he's no more now. I have no idea how I came in contact with this guy. Or I think probably he was not teaching us directly, but he has a handicapped daughter. So I came to know, or I asked him, could you please check my writing in some of the report or something, English grammar, typical every English problem when you are not coming from the English background, English medium school. I said, okay, and then this is how he asked me, he was already retired at that time, but he was doing just as a whole, I think they called as, I think there is some term,
Post-retirement.
Post-retirement professorship, he used to come there and he used to help whoever need the help. That's how we got introduced. And then he said, okay, and he asked me, where do you lived and from where you came and so on and so on. And I said, okay, and I explained him from where I came. And he said, sometime maybe you can come to my house. My daughter would be nice to meet you, and because we both are in the same age. And then I used to visit him. I visited him first time. And then I did something with his daughter because of his handicap. So for him, it's also good that someone is playing with their daughter. And then I used to go regularly. And then this is how our contact started. And then at that time I was doing my GRE and TOEFL exam for going to USA.
But then it was you knew the process.
Exactly. Yeah, when you go to the Mumbai, Pune, I think every person from the street knows what to do in future.
Okay.
They are so clear actually, and they know the process. So you can talk to anyone and they know it. So then I got it from the first semester, the knowledge and so on. And then I said, I want to go to the USA for masters and maybe masters or PhD or only PhD if I get a stipend. And he said, why don't you go to the Germany? Because he was in 1970 as a Mosbar fellow here. So he did his postdoctorate in here with Mosbar, and he was a few years here, and then he came back to India and was a scientist in National Chemical Laboratory, and then he got retired there, and then he was helping to professor in the university campus. And
so the seed of Germany was sowed by
he did it. Actually, that came in my mind because of him, and I said, but I have no idea how to apply and so on, because USA was very clear, but Germany was not so much clear. And since for me it was also very fascinating because I studied physics, so all the physics scientists, maximum physics scientists came from Germany. So for me it was very fascinating anyway. So I said, you guide me how to do that and what to do and so on. And he said, you apply for the fellowship, I will guide you, I will write a recommendation letter. And to get this recommendation letter itself for me was a big deal. And then I got this that fellowship from Germany. And also got fellowship in masters. So luckily I always got a fellowship. I also got a fellowship in bachelor. So basically I never have to pay anything for my education. So, and in meanwhile there was some gap where I worked as a doctoral student in National Chemical Laboratory, but I knew that I'm going to continue as soon as I get the stipend. I'll go to Germany. And then I got here the DART fellowship for my doctorate in LMU Munich, so Ludwig Maximilian Universität Munich. And
when was this?
2007.
2007.
Beginning of 2007. End of 2006. Beginning of 2007. And he paid my flight Lufthansa from Mumbai to Munich.
I was. There's two questions, right? Already before coming to Germany, right? How was the family felt about it?
So see, they might feel something, but they never express to me. So we have a huge communication gap between my parents and between me, that we don't talk more than a surface level. So we talk only on surface level.
How are you express that? Because you are achieving a lot of things, right? I mean,
they must be proud, but they don't know how to express it. They never say and clap my behind that you did a good job. Never. They never did it. They never said you did a good job, but they never said that you did a bad job. So So then I said to them, okay, I'm going to Germany now. I just called. I used to write a letter actually to my father and my sister. So it's a one letter for everyone.
So you used to write physical letters?
Yeah, I used to write also from LMU Munich.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay, 2008 still the phone is a difficult task.
Difficult task actually. So then I used to write that letter, and I said I got now fellowship in Germany, and I'm going for my PhD there. And so fine.
So when you come to Munich, right? So now you are into kind of a different mainstream altogether, right? So did something change on the outlook of how you saw the education or anything like that?
You mean
the environment, the students, the culture
here in Germany?
Yeah.
Of course, student system is education system is still same in Germany, because we used to teach to master students at that time. We had to do the practicals with them. So I know the German education system very good, basically, because I also taught master student during my postdoctorate. Nothing changed actually. For me, German education system is very easy. It's very logical. If you know, you will pass it. If you don't know, you don't pass it. But there is no like India kind of you have to mug up or something like that. And what I see only difference is we were not aware of many things at that time, and we were also that is a negative thing. Positive thing, we were very responsive. When I see nowadays students, they are very chill, party, or they know a lot where to find a student hostel, where to find the WG. They know everything. We were not aware of all those stuff. So when I came to Munich, I stayed with my doctor professor 1 week with his family because I didn't have anything to stay. And he said, first 1 week you stay with my family and I will find out the student hostel for you. So this is a huge difference. I don't imagine now any student is staying with their professor in their family, actually. And that was my introduction of the German culture from the first day.
How would you describe? I think how long did it take to finish the PhD?
4.5 years.
4.5. How do you describe your journey for the 4.5 years?
It was like a very, very difficult because in physics and mathematics you don't get any results, publications, and it's
or the other way around. There's a lot of things have already been found out. So finding
it's very, and every PhD project is different, you know. So it's not lucky or unlucky. It's very different. Depending on the project, you get the results. Some projects do not get results very quickly, but you need to find out why you do not get the results. It's different that side. So for me, I was really lucky. I got something, but it took me 4.5 years. But at the end of the PhD, it's like I had to really say, never give up attitude. That attitude was really helpful for me, which I had from the childhood.
It pushed you.
Yeah, I pushed. Last 6 months, I worked without fellowship.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was for me a very difficult task to write the thesis in a way without money, actually.
But you were also working here?
No, I got the fellowship. So I was working. Yes, I was working in the Punjabi restaurant when I came in the evening. Punjabi restaurant or supermarket or in the McDonald's, you know, and there I was working for our student.
So I would want to continue at least from how did you place and what job you're trying to do, and after that at least move from there also to reach what you're trying to do today, kind of a thing.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we hit
the
mark,
yes.
which we said. Thanks a lot.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
How did you?
It's nice actually. Like after long, so it's a little bit challenging for me to recall everything because I didn't. Some phases you forget, over the time. But it's nice to recall the old childhood memories actually.
Thanks a lot.